Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammad Danish Eqbal. I am the Chief Executive and Principal Officer at Liberty Life Assurance Uganda, and I'm also the Chair for Data and Analytics Committee for Africa regions at Standard Bank Group Insurance and Asset Management Division. Today's topic is giving you a spotlight around generative AI, primer for CXOs and senior leadership. So, this is in short about myself. I was also head of artificial intelligence, innovation, and advanced analytics at Tata AIA Life Insurance prior to this role. And the views expressed in this talk uh, are personal and it's no way related to the company where I'm working on. So, without further ado, let's start with the topic. The topic is around the primer and essentials for senior executive officers and senior leaders. So we start with the introduction. Let's understand what is generative AI before we can delve into further details. Generative AI refers to a subset of artificial intelligence that can generate new content based on the data it has been trained on. Unlike traditional AI, which focuses on recognizing patterns and making predictions, generative AI can create new original content such as text, images, music, and even entire virtual environments. So, in terms of key characteristics of generative AI, it includes content creation, it includes pattern recognition, and it's a vital innovation driver. How is it important for business leaders? It helps in enhancing productivity and innovation. It reduces on the operational costs by the application of generative AI use cases, and it is a good way to foster innovation by enabling rapid prototyping. In terms of real world applications, there are certain areas where it has been already picking up, including healthcare. So, there is a use case with Moderna where they are extensively using ChatGPT. It's also being used in financial institutions for fraud detection, risk assessment, and algorithmic trading. It's also being used in the space of retail, where it can be used for personalized marketing campaigns, improve inventory management, and enhance customer service. Last but not the least, is also being extensively used in the entertainment industry, where Gen AI is being used to create music, art, scripts, and even entire movies, pushing the boundaries of creative expression. If we move further to understand what are the strategic implications for business, definitely these are some of the outcomes that we expect from Gen AI, which includes operational efficiency to automate repetitive tasks and free up human resources for strategic activities, cost reduction and value creation by streamlining processes and enhancing productivity and resource allocation. It's also being widely used to drive and prototype for innovations, and data management and insights is again a vital area to when we talk about strategic implementations of generative AIs to process and analyze vast amounts of unstructured data and unlock new business insights towards better decision making. So when we talk about strategic roadmap for implementation, it includes the areas of identifying key areas where we want to use the generative AI, invest in talent, develop infrastructure, and establish governance. When you talk about implementing Gen AI, I think what is essential is for the senior leaders to build the right team, and these right teams would include essential skills like data engineering, prompt engineering, and bias reduction. But there's also importance that is picked up in terms of training and continuous learning programs across the team. There has to be a centralized AI governance to establish protocols and standards and ensure consistent and responsible AI. Integrating AI into technology strategy is very important while we move forward, and also the risk management and ethical considerations has to be kept at the center stage. When you talk about ethics and governance, it's important that AI is responsibly used, and that's one of the focus across the world over right now. So, core ethical principles, including accountability and transparency. There are global regulatory landscapes, including the ones in EU, US, and China. Compliance strategies and best practices are being put by different companies. So, how do you implement ethical best practices? Is through stakeholder engagement, regular audits and monitoring, education and training of ethical practices. But we must also keep in mind the challenges and mitigation, which is achieved through managing the biases and misinformation and ensuring data privacy and security. We must also look towards the future trends and predictions, and we can see that there are the onset of combining traditional search methods with LLMs for accurate responses. There is also a rise of multimodal AI, integration of text, speech, and images for versatile interactions. We also see a lot of open source models coming in, so it's kind of democratization of AI, and we are in the best phase in terms of experimentation and picking up on even smaller open source models. Integration into enterprise software is about enhancing productivity and decision making. AI is also going to be used extensively in the wearable technology, as we can see in these glasses from Meta. And this has to be, and there will be an increased focus on AI safety and ethics going forward. So, in conclusion, what is needed to be asked by the senior leaders are these questions: that what are the strategic objectives for implementing generative AI? Number two, do we have the necessary infrastructure and talent to support generative AI? How will we manage the ethical and regulatory risk associated with the Gen AI? What are the key performance indicators to measure the success of the generative AI initiatives? And last but not the least, how can we foster a culture of innovation and continuous learning to support the AI integration? So there is a call to action that we need to. It's essential that we embrace Gen AI for innovation and efficiency, but ensure that there is ethical and responsible use of AI, and we must stay informed about future trends and advancements. So, this in brief is a spotlight on Gen AI. I hope it was useful, and please feel free to connect with me in terms of any further clarifications and questions. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, Danish.